it's me, Najee, and today we're reacting to Season 5, Episode 16 of Buffy. Last episode was called I Was Made to Love You, and it was more so a reflection on Buffy realizing that she deserves to spend, to worry about herself and now try to get into the dating world, which is what, I've been wanting her to do since Season 4 started. And I feel like this is kind of her closing points of maybe getting closer to closure with what happened with Riley. So she was like, what is this? Like, why am I always attracting, like, relationship problems? And why am I always, like, why is my love life so complicated? And she's, like, venting, essentially. And Xander's like, don't blame yourself. Like, you're literally in hellmouth. Like, you can't expect, two kids and a picket fence, whatever the case may be, from this. And while this is happening, we have this random woman comes in and she's like, hey, I'm looking for, like, she goes around and she starts looking for this, her boy, Warren, right? So while the next day comes, we find out that Joyce, is dating someone named Brian, or going on a date with Brian, and she's like spinning around in this black dress asking Buffy and Dawn, does it look nice? They were playing with her. They had her spinning around 50 million times, if I'm being honest. And then while this happens, we have Anya and Tara, which is a dynamic duo, which I kind of expected once during, like, because after 506, during the end when they was talking about demon stuff, that they would definitely have more interest. And yes, they were walking together talking about internet and Anya's knowledge about demons. I mean, not stalking, like about stalking and using the website, whatever the case may be. Then we come across the woman that we saw earlier, and she's like, hey, just see Warren. I'm looking for him. If you see him, let me know. So they were like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. And then she would go to the next person that's behind him sitting on a bench, and she's like, hey, Warren, I'm looking for him. So we already get this kind of suspicion that she's probably going to be the main topic of this episode. While this is happening, the Scoobs all attend this, Sunnydale spring break type party. Everybody's dancing, Annie's letting Xander dance with Buffy. And while this happens, Buffy notices that Ben is at the party. So she goes over to them. She's trying to talk to him, trying to, like, slide in, ask him to dance. She's trying to get his attention. While this, we find out that the woman from earlier that's asking about Warren, she shows up and she's asking everybody at the party about Warren. And people are like, just like, no. So Spike ended up coming, and he's like, obviously, he must have conveniently found Buffy or stalked her. But he found out that she was at the party, and he goes to her and he tries to talk to her. And she's like, why are you here? Like, didn't I tell you to leave me alone? Like, why are you still around me? So while this is happening, before that even happens, obviously he comes after Ben gives Buffy his number and is like, if you want to go on a date for coffee or whatever, you can, like, call me. So after Buffy tells him to leave and skedaddle, he goes to try to talk to said woman that was asking about Warren, and he whispers something in her ear, and she throws him out the window. And he's like, what is wrong with you? Like, I'll feel sad for Warren if that's the case. God, you know how he talks. So after that, we find out that the girl named April, and she's like, Buffy's like, oh, hey, like, I love that you threw Spike out the window, but you kind of got to relax. And she was like, Warren, if not, and then she threw her ass, literally, she threw Buffy and then dips. What could she be? And automatically they're like, she has to be a robot because of how she talks, the posture, the strength. She got to be a sex bot. So they obviously don't see her as a threat until they realize that she's going to continue to look down Warren, and anybody that gets in her way, she will try to beat up. Then we have, conveniently, they realize that they have to go and use, Willow says she's going to go and look for common Warrens around this town, and they found out that one of them used to go to their previous high school. We end up having Buffy call Ben, and to find out Ben is at Glory's home, and then Glory turns into Ben and says, okay, well, we're good for coffee. But Buffy don't make the coffee, to be honest. So then Buffy shows up at Warren's house, and she's like, listen, I already know. I know what's going to happen. I know all about April and whatever. And he's like, well, you don't understand. She's not a human. Buffy's like, been there, done that, I already know. But she's looking for you, and we need to find out how to basically turn her off. And he's like, well, she should have been dead. Like, I put certain batteries in her to where she should be pretty much already exhausting. Like, I left her there. I left her at my dorm over spring break, thinking that she'll stay there, and I wouldn't expect her to come here. So, he starts to talk about how he made April as his perfect ideal girlfriend, and she has these certain characteristics, certain personality. She doesn't get mad. She knows what he likes, and she knows the perfect traits, the perfect characteristics of being a perfect girlfriend. And he realized that it was still boring, and that he wanted somebody that was like still had differences from him, and that's what Katrina had. And he realized he loved Katrina, right? So after that, Buffy asks if April's dangerous, and he's like, listen, she's programmed to be in love with him. But Katrina, she sees April at the park, and she's like, oh, hey, have you met Warren? He's like, and Katrina's like, another girl? No, he's my boyfriend. You gotta back off. April literally lifts her up and is out her literally basically suffocating her at this point. Knocks her and throws her on the bench. Buffy and Warren comes out and sees that she's out here, and they have a little fight down, and she's realizing that she's thinking that he's going to come back and choose her, that maybe this is the test to see how good or submissive she is. So she's like, listen, I don't need a man. And and then despite, her April being seen as a crazy robot, she was programmed to do everything to make the person she loves happy. And so Buffy realizes that this is not what she wants, and that she's basically tried to call Ben and decline the date. Buffy returns home to Joyce and sees that Joyce receives flowers from Brian, and then she realizes that Joyce is laid down on the couch, slumped. So anyways, I already know for a fact that I feel like I'm going to be triggered this episode. Everybody been saying to bring my tears, so it could be a good episode. Could be, I feel like it could be an emotional episode, or it could be an angry episode. It could be both. I honestly don't know. So anyways, let's dive in.
Mom? Homie? Fine.
Then I'll be pretty much ready for barf.
What happened?
Gross.
No, barf from the eating, because all was good, and
I had too much nog. Oh, baby, want me to rub your tummy? She likes it when I stop explaining things.
having a 1,000-year-old girlfriend. Inside scoop.
It
Is
is.
she Santa Claus? Mm-hmm. Been around since like the 1500s. But he wasn't always called Santa. And burnt. No, it's just blackened. It's Cajun pie.
Wait, what?
Harold, I live to torment you. Is that so wrong? A daughter's duty, I suppose. Look, all we have to do is just cut off a little bit.
How
of
did you want to?
the
Oh! Yeah, like this. It has to be a dream. Like what the fuck?
Mom.
What the fuck happened?
911 emergency.
Hello? It's my mom. She's not breathing.
Is she conscious?
No, I can't. Yes.
And did you see what happened? Did she fall?
No. I came home and she. Oh, what should I do?
Do you know how to administer ventilation?
I know this.
Then follow this.
No.
I can do this. Oh, God. Are you there? I broke something.
Hello?
We're not even 6 minutes in. We're not even 6 minutes in. Possibly her taken to the hospital with Ben already there. Like I'm just done.
I mean, there was a tumor, a brain tumor, but she had an operation and she's fine now, and she's been.
Never brought one back this way.
I'm here.
It's a miracle. I'm sorry.
What do we do now? I mean,
I'm sorry, but I have to tell you that your mother's dead. I'm gonna call it in. The coroner's office will come by and take her in, and they'll determine the cause of death conclusively. In the meanwhile, I think you should sit, have a glass of water, and try not to disturb the body.
You
If
want
you
to
need
leave?
anything, is there someone?
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Like, she goes through so much. She goes through so much shit. And it just keeps getting worse. just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
I'm waiting. The coroner's coming.
What?
I have to tell Dawn. No,
Joyce!
we're not supposed to move the body.
It's not that bad.
I just don't think it's that big a deal.
Kevin Berman called me a freak in front of everyone. Yeah, real cool. From a suicidal head case.
Oh.
You know it was Kirsty.
She was a rat. Yeah, you know you can't go out there looking all cry-faced.
Oh,
That'll
rat.
just give Kirsty more ammo.
Well,
Kirsty alert. Hey, Dawn.
Hey.
Is that your
doing?
aunt?
Okay. Good. Thanks.
I thought we're seeing Dawn in
Okay.
school. Oh, this is her crush?
Remember, we're not drawing the object. We're drawing.
Oh, gosh. He wants you. Ma'am. Ma'am.
So I heard you had a freak out and cut yourself.
Why
No,
would you say that?
not-
Can you read the room?
It was so
I
not.
felt like that before.
What?
When there's just way more important stuff going
Oh,
on.
God.
There's a lot of crucial, you know. I have to talk to you.
This gets worse. There's no way they killed Joyce like this. There's
What's
no
going
way.
on?
Something's going on.
So are you saying it
Let's go
loud?
outside. No, from the tumor.
Is she okay? Is she? But she's okay. But
Bullshit. This is some bullshit.
Wanna come up?
too depressing. It's like I'm a funeral guy. Well, this is cheerier. I can be all royal. Oh, I'm the king of everything. I'm better than you. I have to be supportive. I just dress like a grown-up? Can I be a grown-up?
I can't either. I can't either.
Strong like an Amazon.
This is some bullshit. I don't want this. I can't even do commentary because I'm so upset.
Sandra cried at the apartment. It was weird.
Oh, you gonna tell us too like that?
Done it and covered her tracks.
Why would she? She'd want us to know.
I mean, somebody's got...
I can't do this.
Okay.
I can't do this. I can't do this. First of all, the Roy Boy didn't.
Awful thing to do?
Guys,
The way you behave.
Nobody will tell me.
Because it's not okay for you to be asking these things.
But I don't understand. I don't understand how this all happens. How we go through this. I mean, I knew her, and then there's just a body. And I don't understand why she just can't get back in it and not be dead anymore. It's stupid.
I need moral support. I need moral support.
pretty much.
Just help it.
I'm really sorry.
This is the only comedic relief I can get
You could have
right
hit an electrical...
now. If my day can only get worse, it did.
It hurts.
The Avengers gotta get with the assembly.
The Avengers.
We'll go, we'll deal, we'll help.
The only one that's keeping it kind of together right now is Tara. There is no way that they're doing this to me right now.
Your mother did have what looks like an aneurysm. A sudden hemorrhaging from a ruptured arterial vessel near the bone, so clearly this was very sudden.
This is some bullshit.
She may have felt a little nausea and probably passed out.
Whoa.
What needs to be done now? Well, there will be some forms and some decisions you'll need to make. What did the doctor say?
Nothing. It's, it's what we thought. A tumor.
If she
I
going
still
to,
remember how to pee.
if
Do
she,
you know where it is? Yeah.
if she has to break down the bathroom, I just can't do this.
And now we all heard.
Anya, ever the wordsmith.
Couldn't tell. Well, I think you should try to eat something.
Can we eat?
Yeah, maybe Dawn could use
I know I want to go to sleep tonight. My eyes going to be back the fuck up. How can Joyce go from this happy? Wow.
I'm sorry. You have to go through all of this. That's just an amazingly dumb thing to say. Obviously, I've never done this before.
There's things, thoughts and reactions I had that I couldn't understand. I know it's different for you.
Like I got coal stuck in my
Because
throat.
it's always different, but
Maybe Dawn will have some like type of power. It can heal her. I don't know. Like there's just no way that I'm supposed to believe that Buffy's supposed to not now have this on her shoulders as well. You could just see like the heartbreak in everyone's emotions without even a single fucking word. That's amazing acting right there. But it also leads to amazing tears for me. Like, I kid you not, I've never cried this much. Maybe Sailor Moon and maybe Angel stuff, but I started crying in 6 minutes. At the end, and he's butt ass naked, huh? Can I hit, please? It's gonna be a screaming. I don't end this off like this. I swear to God, don't.
What about Donnie?
Don't.
She's still in the bathroom?
Don't.
I guess.
She hasn't screamed yet, y'all. She hasn't fucking screamed yet, y'all. The door is shut. What the fuck, bro? She's on fear.
is she called? Where'd she go?
I can't. So that was my season 5 episode 16 reaction to Buffy. I don't have thoughts. I don't have any single idea how to get this video out. I feel like there's no fucking way. Every fucking season, there's always something that Buffy deals with, right? She just goes through so fucking much every season. She goes through so much heartbreak, so much sadness. And the fact that within this time frame, she lost Riley. she has to protect the world from Glory. She has to protect Dawn. And then the one person that she has besides Dawn is dead, right? I don't even know. And I don't even think I'm processing this episode. I don't even want to look at this. I don't even want to look at the synopsis because it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real. I've cried through 7 to 8 tissues. And I've never been this speechless in my life. And the fact that, like, Buffy, she's 20. And Dawn is like 14, 15. And they lost her mom. And then in the process of this, like, they're going through so much shit separately. And then they lose their mom. And then, like, they have to sit here. And Buffy is sitting there watching her dead body on the floor. And she's trying to help. And it's like, she's trying to keep it together for herself, for her sister. And it's not working. It's not working at all because by the end of the episode, Buffy is fucking numb. She's numb. I don't even know. I don't know how I'm supposed to go to sleep tonight. It's probably 4 a.m. right now. And will probably be the shortest outro of my life because I can't even tell you what the fuck I witnessed. We don't know about Brian. Glory's not here. Ben's not here. We still don't know about Spike and this damn doll creation. The fact that I just couldn't trust these hospital doctors. I couldn't. The fact that they didn't even tell Buffy and them the repercussions. You would think they would want to tell their kids, like the kids of this person, this patient. I don't trust that doctor. I don't trust that man. I don't trust him. I will not still trust him. I don't trust the hospital at all. Because there's no way that she didn't even been home for that fucking long and we already lost her. Like, no. Like, I kid you not. This just didn't seem real. Like, the first time we get to see Dawn in school is during the time that she's getting potentially bullied and laughed at for some reason. And then it's just like this, you know. Now she probably will get bullied even more because she just had a breakdown in the hallway. I'm really hoping they don't show us like people at the school calling her like motherless or... I just don't understand. Like, after everything we've went through, this is what kills Joyce. And once again, it ties into that concept that Buffy, like, this was one of the most, like, humanly things Buffy's experienced, which was tumors, you know, which is something that she can't really control at all, you know. And in this instinct, you really get to see that these real emotions that she never felt, which is why she says she never experienced this before. This is the closest she's felt to a human emotion, which is why I guess Tara, she's immune. Like, she's not immune, but like she's experienced this before. And this whole episode, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to give kudos to every single person in this episode. They barely talked, and when they did talk, you could feel the pure just rawness in their voice, you know, that I just automatically was tearing up before they even talked, before the dialogue even rolled in. How the emotions, the redness in their eyes, the quivering, the fact that like they're frantic because it happened so sudden, from the point of her, you know, for the point of them finding out that Joyce is dead to them going to the morgue, like all of them trying to hold it together to support Buffy while she's barely holding on herself. She's over here having like kind of AU visions or visions of if Joyce was still here, or like, oh well, what if I came, or what if I got Joyce in time and she wasn't you know, doing mobile signs in the hospital or in the hospital, you know, ambulance. Like, it just is crazy. Like, I should be talking about this episode, but I'm obviously just talking about everything but, because I just can't process it. I think the rawness, like, every actor and every character hit it on the head. I think the two most top ones that really hit me was definitely Dawn in the hallway, because it's quiet, everybody's watching, you don't hear what Buffy says, you just get this eeriness that something's bad's going to happen. And then the fact that she like did this, you know how hard it probably is sometimes to force yourself to cry, and she did that. And then obviously the dorm with everybody in there. But the fact with Anya, this is probably her first ever genuine emotion of loss or sadness. She's been the most, like, you know, carefree, jolliest demon we had. And the fact that this is her first experience of sadness and death as a mortal. And she's like, she don't know what to say. She don't know how to feel. She don't know how to react. It's her first time feeling these emotions that you're kind of like, Anya, read the room. But in reality, like, she's trying to hold herself together too. Every single one of them is holding herself together. And I don't even know how can they even interact after this. Like kid you not, I don't even know how we're supposed to, like, we have now 17 to 22, which is like 5 episodes left. And I don't know. Even the vampire fight at the end had me on my toes, because we had like 2 minutes left. And I just didn't even know. Like, let's just look at the synopsis, because I honestly don't know what to say. That means that it's probably a good thing, because you're like, oh my god, nah, your emotions is high. And like, true, you know, I love that, but I don't know what to say. So let's pull up the synopsis, shall we? The episode was called The Body. And it was obviously written and directed by Josh, because Josh loves pain. He's paying for my therapy bill, and Scotty sponsored me for the amount of t-shirts I went through today. It says, wow. And the thing is that, like, Buffy, I don't know if Joyce is going through this, but I think Buffy's going through this Christmas memory. Wow. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, how much shit do Buffy have to go through? And it's only season 5. Like, godly, like, can Buffy catch a break? No. And this is not even Joyce. This is actual just human life that really kicked the bucket. Anyways, phenomenal episode. Once again, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. The fact that the set was probably quiet as a pin drop, delivering and giving out these scenes, and the fact that, like, I can only imagine how they prepare for this. Just knowing that, I don't even know how they're going to react. Like, the characters wise, now I'm deviating. I don't know how they're going to react, though. Like, I feel like they have to grieve. And the fact that I'm going to be sitting here grieving Joyce while listening to the bullshit such as the Spike situation, which I'm going to keep bringing it, because I'm so mad. I need to redirect my anger to something. Because I have to keep watching my daughter go through the most heartbreaking shit every season at this point, every episode at this point, every other episode. She always has the world on her shoulder, and she still loses. Like, at some point, is this even real? Is it even reality right now? Like, how can I even sit here and, like, I just see her so happy and just so carefree like the episode. Joyce being so happy and spinning around and being so happy for her date to die the next day. Yeah. I can't give much about this episode. I feel like this episode is probably the one that it kicked my ass. I'm sorry for y'all who genuinely want a full like analysis. I'm trying to process this episode as much as the next person. I don't know. Like, I feel this is recording on Saturday, which I normally record on Sunday, but if I do ponder some thoughts, I'll probably connect it to this video, and if I didn't, it means that I just cannot figure out anything else to talk about, because the episode is pretty much self-explanatory. I cried the whole episode. If anything, my eyes will be puffy the next morning, and amazing acting per usual, but it fucking sucks. It sucks because, like, it was as if I was there. That's how it felt like. It felt like I was intruding them, because there was no music, there was no score to, like, milk your way into, like, you know, sometimes with TV shows, they'll have these, like, low, sad or low emotional scenes where you're slowly, like, building into knowing that something's emotional going to happen. No, it was just silence. That the talent that they had to just have no music and let them take, I mean, normally I feel like it would probably be raw anyways, but, like, sometimes, you know, the extra push is just the score music, the background, you know, encore. But the fact that it was just relying on the talent that these characters and actors had is phenomenal. Anyways, that was my season 5 episode 6 reaction to Buffy. Let me know, did I make y'all cry too? Because I know I was crying. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Buffy, Angel, and Sailor Moon reactions. Twitter, Discord will be linked for, you know, updates and to talk to me about this episode and to see how I'm doing, because I'm not doing well. My voice is kind of, yeah. So until next time, guys, make sure to be safe. Peace.